Hello, everybody. Welcome to Did That Age Well? I'm your host, Molly Smith. And before we get started, I have a super exciting announcement. On Thursday, November 20th, here at Dude IDK Studios in Denver, Colorado, 6:30 p.m., we're having another live show. Woo!
Ooh, yay.
Come hang out and watch Gremlins with us. We'll be watching some clips.
God.
We'll be watching some clips, playing some games. It's going to be fun commentary and Christmas cheer. We'll be joined by Andy Might, the founder of Rainbow Cult, who you've heard a few different times on this podcast, and Denver-raised comedian extraordinaire Miriam Moreno, also a friend of the pod and a friend of mine. So please come. It's going to be so much fun. You can get tickets at dudeidkstudios.com or follow the link in my bio at Did That Age Well. Yay.
Tragic to miss that, honestly.
I know, honestly.
Really
and if you're missing it, I feel so sorry for you.
Yeah.
And then just one last thing before we get into the episode. Thank you so much to Spider Moving Company for sponsoring Dude IDK Studios. If you want to get a free quote for your next move, visit spidermoving.com. Thanks a bunch for supporting the show and supporting Dude IDK. Now today, you know her, you love her, a close friend of the pod. Also, I'm sorry, I feel like I'm a little bit congested today, so
it's fine.
Sorry. What can I say? I couldn't put this off any longer by putting it off. And that sounds intentional. It sounds like I've been avoiding having you on the podcast. But without further ado, Michelle Murphy, welcome back.
I couldn't be happier to be here, especially the day that I fly out of DIA. I'm just going to miss the flight to keep recording with you. That's how thrilled I am.
We could be here all day. Jacob, you got anything else going on?
Hell yeah.
So, Michelle, how are you? What's going on with you?
Oh, I'm just raw dogging it or getting raw dogged by life. I'm just happy to be back in Denver. It's been a nice week. Been home for a bit. Yeah.
Did some shows.
Yeah. Super fun.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad. Do you have any dates or anything coming up? This will probably come out in like a week or two.
No.
Okay, great. Where can people find you on the internet? If you want them to find you.
Yeah, I think, well, sometimes I want to be seen. I want to be witnessed. It really depends. Totally. My Instagram is Mish Off Leash. It's MEESH, even though that's not the short abbreviated version of how you spell Michelle.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Don't think too much about it. I think the name originated when I was maybe drunk like 3 blocks from here in high school.
Aww,
so yeah, nostalgia.
It's
good to be back.
Love it.
Yeah.
Well, today we are talking about the sweetest thing.
Oh my God.
The sweetest thing, girl. A completely underrated, female-driven, raunchy, R-rated comedy written by Nancy Pimentel.
I knew it. I knew it was a woman. I knew a woman wrote it.
Yeah, she is one of the writers on South Park.
Fantastic.
As you can tell, heavily influenced by that experience and heavily influenced by Monty Python style stuff, hence the musical elements of it. She actually wanted this to be campier and goofier, but I guess when she turned the script over to Roger Kumble, I think I'm pronouncing that right, who directed it, she felt like there was some stuff tonally that was lost.
Okay.
That if she had been more involved in the directing process, or if she had been there to kind of like, be more a part of the process of executing it, that it would have been even sillier.
Oh my God. I love to hear that.
I know.
The camp was what made it. And talk about underrated. I mean, I don't want to throw you under the bus, Molly, but it wasn't even on your list.
I know. Isn't that so sad?
And I was only reminded of it because a friend had just watched it this past weekend. She had never seen it. And she was like, what the hell?
And it's time for a reckoning.
Uh-huh.
It's time, and I'm honored to be among those who are revisiting this film to say,
hell yeah.
We got to bring it back.
Iconic.
So in 2002, when it came out, big flop.
Really?
Flop. Oh yeah, critics hated this movie. Hated. Hate. They said it's not good. They said, I don't like it. Yeah, the Rotten Tomatoes score is like in the 20s.
I did see that. I
think that at the time they felt like it was just too gross.
Yeah.
Which, of course, they said that because it's girls.
Yeah. There's like a dream about getting eaten out. They're like, oh my God, this is filthy.
Gross, ew. And then they also said that they felt like the plot wasn't very strong, which I totally disagree.
What?
I know. It's such a romp. It's a romp. It's a buddy comedy.
It's a buddy comedy. Like,
yeah.
The guy's barely in it.
I know.
It is sisterhood. It is womanhood.
Yes.
It is dancing in your heel. It is everything.
Yeah. It's not, even though there is rom and there is com.
Yeah.
It's really not so much a rom-com as it is a tale of friendship.
Yeah. It's truly the Odyssey. It is a journey that is embarked.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Critics are idiots.
Yeah. I know, they're so stupid. So Nancy Pimentel, if you're listening, and girl, I hope you are.
Yeah, please.
I want you to know that we loved The Sweetest Thing.
Honestly.
We loved it. We understand that you were early in your career when you wrote this and you took a big swing.
She was early in her career?
Yeah.
This was masterful, though.
I know. And with that said, I don't mean to say like, oh, she was early in her career and therefore it wasn't good. I mean, she was early in her career and she said that she didn't yet understand like how involved she could or should be.
Right, like the leverage she could execute.
And she was kind of just like, yeah, I didn't really know how to like translate the tone over to a director.
But it still worked.
And
like, that's what's crazy is that it could have been campier and sillier, and it was already perfect, honestly.
Yeah.
Do you know what it was competing with that year?
Yes, it was competing with, God, what was the... It came out the same weekend as a couple of other movies that weren't crazy, but I'm gonna go ahead and look it up because I just saw it yesterday. In the meantime, tell me more about your history with this movie.
Okay, so I used to see scenes of it on TBS or TNT, whatever was like in constant rotation. I don't think I saw it when it came out. I think in my like late teens and 20s, I would see pieces of it.
Okay.
And I was like, this is fun, but I really, oh my God, I missed out on it as well. Like I should have been way more enmeshed with it. Also, the versions of it that played on TNT and TBS were really cut and edited down. And then when I moved to San Francisco, which I actually moved to San Francisco because of the movie Homeward Bound: Lost in San Francisco.
So understandable.
So movies really, they put me there. And I saw a little bit of it because it's set there, wonderfully so. I now realize in hindsight after living there for 7 years. But I mean, I remember liking it, but I never watched it all the way through, which is crazy until last night. And I was like, this is canon. Like, I don't know why we were watching Sex and the City. We should have been watching The Sweetest Thing.
We should have.
It was, it's the best thing I've ever seen. Yeah. I will say, sorry, I'm like really overdoing it.
Not to be dramatic or anything.
Not to be dramatic.
Like, best thing I've ever seen.
It's the best art that's ever been made. I usually bring a lot of notes to these recordings because I am scrupulous about nostalgia.
Yeah.
I get very litigious about it. I have been in Denver for a week. I have not worked one day since I have been here. And last night I kicked back, I poured a glass of wine and I put it on and I was like, finally a night off. Like
wow.
That's how
a night off with the girls.
Night off. They've all been nights off, but it just felt like that indulgent and culminating. It was phenomenal.
Well, you have been working. You've been doing shows.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Yeah.
Welcome.
Whatever.
Yeah, that's work.
Yeah.
But but not. But
I hear Jacob laughing.
He said, "I can laugh. Some of my
Am
best
I allowed to break the fourth
comedians."
wall?
Just kidding. Okay. Yeah. So the movies that came out. Sorry. Switching gears back to where we were.
Yeah. I was getting a little out of
opening
control.
Weekend, it ranked behind Changing Lanes and Panic Room.
Okay.
So
I'm not even going to talk about it.
Okay.
Not just.
So I have a little poll quote from an article with the screenwriter. Would you like to hear it?
I would love to.
Okay, so she said, Trey and Matt from South Park, was that outrageousness never, like, their influence was that the outrageousness never led the story. The story was the first moment. Every episode had to start with a story that had a beginning, middle, and an end. It's out of the story and out of the characters and out of the situation the big moments came. I like to think that I don't write for the sake of shock or being gratuitous, but the characters inform where the outrageousness wants to go. In this day and age, I think if I were writing it today, this was in 2018, the characters would probably inform me of something bigger and more outrageous because our bar is so much higher and we are more desensitized.
It's like a poem, honestly.
I know, honestly.
Hearing that.
They say, you know, Taylor Swift once said the greatest films of all time were never made. And
wow.
And that's the first time I've ever quoted that woman on this podcast.
I wondered.
And it probably will be the last time. No offense.
No offense.
No offense, girl. But
yeah.
But I felt like someone had to say it.
Yeah,
I mean,
no, really.
What this film could have been.
No,
and it was already so good.
It was the stakes were already so high. I mean, it just also just like the camaraderie, like the opening scene is them dancing and walking up the streets in San Francisco.
Yeah.
She is wearing basically a bralette as a shirt, and we are to understand that she's coming from work. God love her. She's also wearing, there's like, I mean, the fashion was it was fantastic.
A lot of scarf work.
Yeah. Yes, the scarf.
Little scarf.
She's wearing a camo scarf that has like a like shredded flower on one side and then just like a long tail on the other.
Kind of a rat tail.
Exactly. And it's camo mesh. And I immediately was like, I'm in for this movie. Whatever happens, I'm in.
I said, I'm on her side no matter what. I said, I'm with her. I'm with her.
I'm rooting for her.
So yeah, Cameron Diaz, Christina Ricci, Selma White. That's her name, right?
It's
Selma Blair.
And Christina Applegate.
Did I say Christina Ricci?
You did, but I love her too. I mean, it's cast for season.
Okay,
you can't be blamed for that.
Let me say that again.
All,
Cameron Diaz, Christina Applegate, and Selma Blair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A dream team of women.
Absolutely.
I love that Christina Applegate is just like a hot lawyer.
Yes.
Too. Like, that's great. These women, they have jobs, they have lives, they have friends, they have family, they have full personalities,
totally,
and quirks, and they have fun.
Oh my God, do they ever have fun?
Oh my God,
they're just girlies having fun.
Nancy Pimentel did say that her motivation to write this film, of course, was that there were no real representations of women in these types of movies and like these raunchy comedies, really either at all, or if they were like a shrill bitch or like a meek little like ooh.
Right. Or competitive with each other. Like, they just gas each other up at the freaking nightclub. They call
team.
Shotgun on men. And I'm like, good.
Incredible.
Good. Go with God. Like, you did call Shotgun first.
Yeah.
They're like dancing together. They get swarmed by creeps and they navigate through it. Also, I love that throughout the movie, they just authentically turn to each other and they're like, oh my God. Like, they're just having these honest reactions that we have when we're out in the world dealing with jabronis. It just. I feel like that movie it's so sad how rare it is, but it felt like the beginning of like the Broad City friendship where they're just like full send, full hype. Like they just adore each other, you know?
Yeah, they really
so much
want
fun.
the best for each other.
Yeah.
They want to make sure that no one is missing out on what life has to offer.
Yeah.
And I thought that was so beautiful. And also, all the men are just like buffoons.
Absolutely.
I loved that they kind of twisted that narrative on its head. And it was like, the men in this story are really just tools to advance the story between these women forward and their friendship and their relationship, rather than as a tool to show like, oh, they're growing in their like personal development because they're settling down with someone. It wasn't so much that. It was like, instead, I thought that the message that I received was like, I'm just tired of the game.
Yeah.
It wasn't so much like, oh, I'm such a slut and I have to stop messing around
For
so
sure.
I can finally grow up. It was like, I'm just tired.
Yeah, absolutely. And aren't we all?
And aren't we all?
Like,
ladies, am I right?
But the men were so ancillary. Even when it opened, it's like talking about Christina, the name of Cameron Diaz's character. God. And the guys are just idiots, you know? Yeah. And the jokes are punching at them. Like one guy, he's like, it's normal to have also impotence. I haven't heard us call it that in a really long time.
Time,
But these were the times. And he's like, oh, I had that after dating her.
Yeah.
They
said long term.
Yeah, really. Long term. Yeah.
I want so badly to see the documentary where people say, tell me about Molly. I want to see that. I want to see that.
Sure.
Don't we all? I really liked how in that opening scene, they're like, okay, tell me about her.
Yeah.
And she's, she is a heartbreaker.
Yeah.
She is leaving these men high and dry.
Yeah.
And she is, they call her a player rather than like, she's a skank, which is
totally
the language of the time. And,
right.
And still, but I was just so... I can't remember if they used the word skank at all.
I actually don't think they did. And I don't even know if I think maybe the only time is when the girlies were like riffing with each other. And they're like, you have literal jizz on this dress that you're going to take into the laundromat.
Yeah.
But the men... I mean, Jason Bateman's character was obviously like the misogynist foil to the,
Yeah.
He might have said the word slut, but he existed to say that. Like, that was...
Exactly.
Yeah.
He existed to be their foil and to be, like, someone that we laugh at.
Yeah.
Whereas the women were laughing with them.
Totally. They were like, Christina's character is a womanizer. And we were like, yeah, great.
She sure is. One thing that was really fun was they mentioned the movie Swingers right away. Which
oh my God.
Cool,
yes.
We just talked about that on the pod, the influence of that movie.
Iconic.
And how cool that this film that was about like men and their friendship and this movie about like women and their friendship, there was just like these crossovers. It was like, I would certainly not say like this is the girl version of Swingers, but like the fact that Swingers had that kind of influence on this movie, or at least like on culture at the time, that was fun.
Yeah.
Okay. I also love one thing about movies in the early 2000s is when they say the title of the movie in the first 10 minutes. When there's dialogue and someone said, well, isn't that the sweetest thing?
Oh my God, I didn't notice.
Oh
when
my
was
God.
That?
It was when, what's his name? Peter?
Oh, sure. I forgot.
Yeah.
It's not about the men.
Because it's not about him. It was when he was first getting in an argument with Christina, Cameron Diaz's character.
Okay.
And she said...
She pinched his ass.
Yeah. And she said something about like, about love or dating or something, and he goes, well, isn't that just the sweetest thing?
Oh my God, amazing.
In like a sarcastic way. So that was fun. We see women having sex for fun.
A lot of it, honestly. It's amazing.
It's a lot of fun to watch. One thing that I think was unfortunately lost between the screenplay and the execution of the film is, unfortunately, all three of these women are conventionally so hot.
Yeah.
And so a lot of what I think was designed to be camp and really tongue-in-cheek came across as like, they're sexy, aren't they?
Yeah.
Especially the musical number, the penis song. Like, I think that was one piece in particular that was meant to be more like silly Monty Python.
Yeah.
Like, we're all just breaking out in song. And because these women are undeniably gorgeous by conventional standards, it became like ooh, they're so hot. Like, it became almost like they were trying to lean into the sexiness of it when it wasn't supposed to be sexy.
Right.
The sex wasn't supposed to be sexy.
Right. It was supposed to be like as crude and camp as possible. But hot women can't be funny. I don't know if you guys knew that, but
I don't know about that. oh no. I don't know if anyone told you that's actually not true.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm learning it here.
Yeah.
I'm really glad to hear about it.
Yeah.
That penis scene though, Do
the penis song.
Do you all know what to do? Which is to go to YouTube to watch it, because
Yes.
it's not a part of the film.
It's so disappointing that was what ended up on the unrated version, like DVD.
Yeah.
The deleted scene, rather than the piercing.
Yeah.
Being stuck in the mouth. Like, it, to me, I mean, and that was also hilarious.
Yeah.
Again,
Yeah.
a moment. It is still a musical number.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it is still so funny and camp and over the top.
Yeah.
But I was just really surprised that a scene with a blowjob was the one that was maintained or retained in the movie.
Yeah.
Rather than
I think it's because like she was maybe pleasuring him with a blowjob, and then the whole gimmick of the song of like so basically they're like, you have to say that whatever guy you're sleeping with, you have to say your dick is too big to fit inside me, and like the chorus is you're too big to fit in here. Yeah. It's amazing. But it's a ruse, you know. They're like, just say whatever the fuck to make them feel good. It doesn't matter.
Right.
And yeah, maybe it was like, that's too women are too smart and strategic.
Right.
And so get that out of here.
Yeah.
But yeah, the blowjob, you would think the blowjob scene would be maybe a kiss too far.
A kiss too far.
Literally.
That's funny.
But it was thanks.
Maybe hot women can be funny.
Yeah, maybe they can. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah. But I needed to watch that scene on YouTube like multiple times, and I wish it were in the movie.
I woke up this morning and watched it again.
Good.
I laid in my bed and I said the first thing I'm going to do this morning is watch that scene.
So
go watch it. Yeah. Go watch it on YouTube. It's hilarious. I mean, do watch this movie and then just
oh my god,
when you're like, oh god, something is missing.
Yeah.
Go look up the penis song.
Yeah.
The Sweetest Thing on YouTube.
Please.
Okay, so in the beginning of the movie, they're reading through the 10 Commandments of Love or whatever, just like another cheesy book.
Okay.
What do you think? And then one of them is like, that's relationship propaganda.
Yeah.
What do you think is the modern relationship propaganda?
Wow.
An idea, a book, a person, like, you know.
Before I answer that, I have to say, watching them reach for that book, the 10 Commandments, I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. But at the same time, maybe nary 2 months ago, I ordered the book Calling in the One. So who am I to judge?
Oh, girl.
I know I shouldn't confess that here, but I was like, this is so embarrassing. They're reading a book like this. And then I looked at my Amazon orders and I was like, it's sometimes when it gets rough out there, you're like, I'll do whatever it takes. You know,
I'll take in all the information I can.
I'll take in all the information I can. Yeah, I'm ready.
All hands on deck.
I'm ready.
You know, any strategy, every strategy.
Yeah, like a white 49-year-old woman named Karen writing this book in the Midwest about how to find love. I think that's the book I accidentally bought. And so I think she also wrote the 10 Commandments. The relationship propaganda now, I don't know. Is there any? We're in like a new frontier.
I think that probably like dating TikTok influencers or like dating coaches on TikTok giving advice, maybe the new like modern relationship propaganda. Like the relationship propaganda landscape has been democratized in many ways.
No, it has.
And so I think that we've had like a lot of unusual voices coming to the forefront. I think that unfortunately, like in a much darker way, the modern relationship propaganda is like incel propaganda.
Yeah, absolutely.
So there's that. But I think that like for relationship propaganda aimed at women, I would say it's probably more like the TikTok dating coaches. Not which some of you are probably great, but many of you are probably not.
Yeah, I think like 4 years ago, I noticed a really big trend in everyone ascribing all of their relationships and reactions to attachment style.
I was just gonna say.
Yeah, and like yes, there's value in knowing your attachment styles, but to me it felt completely reductive. It was like, if you have any feeling at all, it's because this person is bringing up old attachment trauma wounds Also, I moved to Los Angeles. Don't do it. And it was like sex and love addiction is very big there.
Oh.
And so the minute I got there, I felt like everybody was talking about if you've ever felt anything, you can attribute it to being a sex and love addict.
Oh, no.
And to not knowing your attachment style well enough. And I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, can a girl just get railed out here? Like, what the fuck, you know?
Yeah, like, can it be okay?
Yeah. And like, sorry that sometimes responding to attachment styles are exciting and you get adrenaline. I feel like I'm lobotomized in this world on a day-to-day basis. So
truly
get the heart rate going, you know?
Absolutely. Like, we take what we can get. What's so bad about it?
What's so bad about maybe some toxicity?
Just a dash.
Yeah. I also think I don't even think this is like relationship propaganda, but there's just this reckoning that women are better than men, and in the dating pool there's just a lot more available women. And I mean, we saw it on this season of Love is Blind Denver, which none of those people are from Denver, just so you know. They live in LA. I know this because I'm like their rover. And so I was like, those are not Denver residents. But you know, spoiler, can I spoil it?
Yeah, if you you
like
can spoil it.
Change the channel or whatever if you need to. Yeah. But all the women say no at the altar. They're like, you would make my life worse. Yeah. And so what are you bringing to enhance my life? And it is, I mean, I think among the girlies, that's what's being discussed the most.
Yeah.
Which is probably not good that like the girls are having that conversation of decentering men or being like, if you're going to be in my life, I want it to improve my life. And then meanwhile, there are a lot of men getting red pilled. And so, God, it's really...
so dark out there.
It's really dark out there.
Really dark.
It's giving fascism. Yeah. So yeah. But the sweetest thing is like super fun, you know? Yeah. And the 10 Commandments. Yeah.
It was so funny. I loved that they were funny. Like, they just the way in which it was so 2002.
Yes.
Like that they couldn't just track him down. They had to literally drive across the state. So
I love an adventure.
For those who haven't seen it or haven't seen it in a while.
Yeah.
Christina, Cameron Diaz's character, meets this guy at a club, and she starts to, at first they have like a chilly encounter, and then she decides to, as Christina Ricci's character says, she named the dog, she named the pet. She like starts talking about him with his real name rather than like some nickname or whatever. She's like, his name is Peter. And she's like, uh-oh. Yeah. So she starts to become attached to him. She has a little crush on him. Mm-hmm. He invites her to go to another party. She declines. She doesn't go. And then she feels regret.
Yeah.
Christina Ricci's character.
Applegate. No, I love it. I love it. I love it.
Christina Ricci would have been great in this role,
too. She would have.
Christina Applegate's character takes Cameron Diaz on a road trip.
Yeah.
To the middle of nowhere to go to what she thinks is going to be his brother's wedding.
Yeah.
It turns out to be his wedding.
Yeah, I didn't love that.
Who? Parker Posey.
Oh my God. Also, they decide Parker and Peter don't get married.
Yeah.
And later when they're at the reception and Parker Posey is like, I actually want to take the money and go to Bali, I was like, we are at the beginning of the White Lotus. This is the training.
Oh my God.
It was a prophecy foretold.
Yeah. This was the prequel.
Yeah. That was exciting to see. Just leaving breadcrumbs for us. Yeah.
Huge shout out to sponsor of Dude IDK, Spider Moving and Storage. I recently used them to move into my new place and couldn't be happier with how efficient they were. They were so kind. They made it look so easy, and it was just top-notch experience. So definitely recommend that you check them out if you've got a move coming up, residential, commercial, local, cross-country, anything in between. You can get a free quote at spidermoving.com, and you can give them a follow on social media at Spider Moving and Storage.
But yeah, they go on an adventure. It is it's so fun. Yeah. They go on a little road trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there is, I mean, despite the fact that, like I said before, there are some parts that are sexualized that I don't think were meant to be sexy. There is one scene in particular that I really loved after After they have an encounter with a glory hole in a bathroom, and
God,
they and they're like shot across the room with toilet water.
Yeah.
They're changing their clothes.
Yeah. Wait, also, can we talk about the fact that to this wedding, her bra was an American flag swimsuit?
Yeah. Because it's laundry day. So they're both wearing they're both wearing this ratty, not sexy underwear.
It's amazing.
They're both like to each other. They're like, I have a confession. It's laundry day. And so my underwear is ugly. And I loved that part. I wanted more of that, where it's like, yes, these women they're acting raunchy.
Yeah.
Maybe they even have their clothes off, but they're wearing like, real underwear.
Right. And her intention is to potentially mac with Peter that night. And she still went into it being like, I'm wearing this because men should just be happy to be there. You know what I mean? Like,
totally.
Yeah. Even if it's laundry day, go forth into the night. Just like do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Wear the bikini top if you have to.
Wear the American flag bikini top as a bra because it's laundry day.
But the sexual scene after, so they're changing.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the driving scene?
Yeah. So the driving scene.
So fun.
The driving scene is very funny because one of the women is trying to find it was like the cap to chapstick or something, right?
Yeah.
She's trying to find something in the seat. It looks as though she's performing oral sex on her friend.
Yeah.
A motorcyclist, a man, is right next to them. He becomes distracted and gets into a wreck.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He survives. They do show that.
He does survive. But Christina Applegate's character...
Nailed it.
Thank you. She is kind of playing into it because she's like, this is so funny and maybe he'll crash his motorcycle.
Yeah.
So she's playing into it to her naive friend's chagrin, pretending like she's being pleasured by her friend.
Yeah.
And while I did think, I don't know, on the one hand, I'm like, it is funny that she's in on the joke, that she's like, I know that men think that if women are hooking up with each other, it's for them.
Yeah, right.
And so she's like trolling him.
Totally, yeah.
I wonder, do you think that it still was coming from this perspective of like, oh my God, the punchline is that like, isn't it so funny if women have sex with each other?
I mean, I feel like they kind of subvert the stereotype because they do that in the nightclub as well. Like,
they do, yeah, because she has fake boobs.
Uh-huh.
And so the other women are like feeling her up, but it's not in a sexual way, but all the men are like, hubba hubba.
Right. Like these guys are walking by and the door swings open and what they imagine to be happening in the girls' bathroom,
right,
in their wildest fantasies is happening, where like 5 women are just like grabbing her boobs and they're like exchanging lip gloss and having a chit chat. And I mean, I think it's just another example of like men are the idiots and it's just so easy to like dupe them, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, good. I'm glad that you feel that way.
Good. Can I also say, I really like her exchange with Peter. It felt in so many of these rom-coms, it's so like, I don't know, manufactured. And you're like, that is not a real conversation that would make me attracted to a stranger.
Totally.
But they actually have this like, they have this rapport and they have this banter that just seems like honest. And then they're both like vulnerable a little bit. They go back and forth being like, let me buy you a drink and whatever. Right. Also, one of my favorite things that happens, she calls him like, they do immediately go to the place where they like read each other down in a way that movies do, where you're like, you don't know enough about this person to be like, you're the girl that all the guys fall for, but you don't take them seriously. But she calls him like Mr. Safety Poo or something, which is insane.
Yeah.
And then at one point he says nice manners. I was bodied. Yeah. Like that is like the meanest thing you can say to someone. Yeah. Can you imagine someone just, it's like the equivalent of just calling somebody like a bottom feeder. Instead of insulting them and cursing at them, you just say nice manners. It was hot.
That cut me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt that.
I can't imagine like a Gen Z saying that in the nightclub, like nice manners, walking away.
Yeah.
I think we should talk like that again.
Yeah, when it's deserved.
I know. I'm telling myself I'm like when the most crude among us, but I'm like, you can just say nice manners to insult someone.
Like, I mean, yeah, but like, I'd only say that to someone I really, really hate, you know, because that's that's so brutal.
It is. It's harsh. Yeah.
It's harsh. Okay, so one part that to me didn't age well was when they're in the dressing room at this bizarre dress shop.
Yeah.
Which I love. They're in this small town and there's only one dress shop within 20 miles. And as I said before, they're covered in toilet water.
Right.
So they need to get some new outfits. And before they do my favorite thing, which is a montage.
Yeah.
Which is so camp because they're like, oh my God, do we have time for a movie montage?
Right. And then they do movies that they've been in with different actors. Like they do Dumb and Dumber, and Cameron Diaz was in The Mask with Jim Carrey. And I'm like, okay.
It was so good. So smart. Before that happens, they are talking about the impact of gravity on their bodies.
Yes.
And these women are allegedly 28.
Allegedly, yeah.
And so they're looking at different parts of their body saying like it's so it's so flabby, like their boobs aren't as perky, their arms have like skin that hangs down or whatever.
Yeah.
And it is always, I mean, it's like when they try to make a hot woman look like a nerd or be like, oh, she's so not pretty.
Yeah.
It's like that. And also these women are very thin.
Yeah.
Conventionally so hot.
Yeah.
And even if they weren't, it's like, come on. Like, I know that it's supposed to be reflective of like, this is the kind of conversation that girls really have, is that they stand in front of a mirror and poke at different parts of their body and talk about how getting older is so hard.
Yeah.
But I didn't need to see it.
Okay, I feel mixed on this one.
Tell me more.
So I was like, this is one of the first scenes we're encountering that could be considered not aging well.
Yeah.
But I also do think that women have those conversations pretty often, which we shouldn't have to. It sucks, Right. But women, like, of all creeds, backgrounds, and looks, I agree. It was kind of like the Barbie scene where it's like, this idea of like the perfect aesthetic woman.
Yeah.
But also I think it reflects that like even those women are conditioned to tear themselves down. And I don't really like dig spotlighting it in movies. But it could be because like I'm 36 right now. And so I'm like, these conversations are being had with people. And I don't know. I didn't want women as hot as them to have the conversations they were having.
Yeah.
But I also was like, this feels like an honest conversation between women because we're not out of the woods of doing that and being self-conscious about aging or how we look physically and everything. So I was like, I don't want all the time and attention spent on it, but it also felt authentic to what sometimes girlies do talk about,
Yeah. I just think that like spotlighting it, normalizing it is a bummer because like the more time that women spend talking about their bodies, the less time they talk about anything else.
Yeah, no, totally.
That could be like of use to themselves in the world.
Yeah.
You know? So to me, it felt like mostly an eye roll because it's like, okay, girl, like, first of all, you're 28. You're not geriatric. You're 28. But the standard of like, 22-year-olds are the class of hot.
Yeah.
And 28 is when you start to expire.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're an old
it's kind of a funny commentary. Like on the one hand, I'm sort of like, well, maybe it's the irony that's funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I think that maybe it could have been interesting if like the woman who owns the shop and is working at the shop, who's like probably in her 70s, came in and like, I don't know, said something, was like, you guys are the hottest you ever been. Like, shut up and go get them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
get fucked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I hear you on that.
Yeah. But what can you do?
Can't rewrite it. Yeah.
Can't be perfect.
I also do wish that they, and this might just be my own self-absorbed lens, but I wish, and I thought for a little bit at the beginning of the movie that they were supposed to be in their 30s.
I
know
thought so too.
That's naive of us though, because it was 2002, and like that was a touch too far to have a single woman in her early to mid 30s. Like there was no way they were gonna. But I really felt like it had that tone to it.
It did, because they were established in their careers, they were established in their friendships, they were obviously like, you know, very experienced in the world of dating. They knew kind of what they wanted. They knew how to play the game, even though they were tired of it. It just felt like they were in a place of self-assurance that read like 30s.
Yes, yeah. I mean, that was my favorite part about the movie, was their sexual appetites. Like, I loved when Cameron Diaz like had a dream about him going down on her, which I never got to see on TNT or TBS. Right. And I was like, what? This is so like...
Yeah, a vital part of the movie, because that is what prompts her to have regret about not going to that hotel room.
Honestly, perfection. She's like, I could have gotten great head. I am going to follow this man to NorCal and show up in an unhinged outfit to his brother's wedding, really his wedding. Like, we need more movies that are about women just being like, that was the best sex or non-sex sex dream I've ever had. Yeah. I'll do anything.
I'll do anything. I'll drive across the state with my girl.
I'm ready. Yeah.
Okay. What was up with the slow dance at the club? Okay, so later in the movie, when she's gone back, she thinks that the man of her dreams, the one that got away, got married, and she's having a reckoning with herself. Like, maybe I should give other men a chance. Like, maybe I shouldn't give them fake phone numbers, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
They're all dancing in the club, and then all of a sudden, like a middle school dance.
Yeah.
You Got It Bad by Usher starts playing. And everyone starts slow dancing. Did that happen at the club?
Yes.
Oh God.
Yeah, sorry.
That's awful.
We have a little bit of an age gap. So I will tell you. It was a dramatic part. The cinematography changed. The videography changed notably in the movie. But it also did reflect dark nights of the soul, where you have been at the club and like you have the contrast of nights where you are out with your girls, you are Eiffel Towering each other, because that's the most fun, you know? And that was the beginning scene. Like they are just living, loving, and laughing. And then towards the end, when we're in that chapter of growth, you know, she just, the music slows down, the filming gets blurry, and like... the still frames slow, but I have absolutely been there. You're a little bit crossfaded, and you're like, what is the point? And what about all these shallow connections that I've like chased to date, and now I want something more, but I don't know if I'll get it. Like, it was that happens in the club.
And that happens when the slow song starts in the club.
Well, for me, when I hear Usher, it's hard to dance slowly. But that one, You've Got It Bad, it is inherently a slow song.
Yeah.
And my experience of being out at clubs dancing when you're a little fucked up and crossfaded and sad and being like an emo girly is that you're like, you slow down, and then you're like twerking on someone, and then you're like crying, and you're like, what's it all? You know, a person contains multitudes, especially in that moment. So that actually did feel like an honest reflection of the times.
Yeah.
I feel like an elder on a couch talking about...
And thank you for that.
The club.
And thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it.
I just needed an even perspective about that scene.
Definitely. Yeah. Thank you so much for
but
sharing
it was
your
weird.
lived experience.
I'm brave.
But it was such a weird song choice, because You Got It Bad, it made sense for the next scene, because the song continues to play through the next scene, and it's like, you do got it bad. Like, she's got it bad. The song makes sense. In the club, it's a breakup song, and everyone's treating it like a regular slow jam. And I'm like, this is not a sexy song. This is a breakup song. This is a sad song.
Okay. We're saying the same thing then. You're saying they were dancing too slowly and not sad enough?
No, I'm saying that in the club, why would the DJ play You Got It Bad with the intention of getting people together for a slow dance?
No, I concede that point to you.
You know what I mean?
And that is also a DJ personal choice. And
Yeah.
it's been made before. I've experienced it,
and
but it's rare.
Really too bad.
And it wasn't the right choice. Yeah, I agree.
It was not the right choice for this film.
Okay, I thought you were opining on her interior landscape and her reaction to it.
No, but I was really glad that you took it that way because I really think that was important that we got to the point of like her turning point of being like, what does it all mean?
Yeah.
What is this all for?
Yeah. However, I also want to say I liked the moment where she and Christina Applegate / Ricci, whose character's name is Courtney.
Thank you. I just couldn't remember.
So when they were talking, and it was just this like quiet, honest moment. Are you tired of the game? And she's like, yeah, maybe I'm tired of the game.
Yeah.
But then only 3 weeks later, Christina Applegate has like bagged a fantastic guy.
Yeah, he seems sweet.
And I did want to write a letter to 2002 to be like, it's not that simple. You can be tired of the game, and it's not just a 3-week turnaround to find a solid person.
It was very aspirational to show someone who's simply tired of the game, and therefore like it is just within her control that she can quit the game and with no time wasted call in the one, you might say.
I was like, that's the part that didn't age well for me.
Yeah, that and you took that personally.
It's not keeping up with the times. No, I really did. Yeah.
That was tough.
Yeah.
That was tough. Okay, so we've talked about the female pleasure. We've talked about the men being buffoons. We've talked about the raunchiness of it. I mean, you and I both are no strangers to raunch.
Yeah.
And we were actually talking about that yesterday before we even
we hang out like on the side.
We are actually like friends on the side.
Don't worry about it.
Outside of this.
We're cheating on the pod.
We do have conversations we don't record. And I just wonder, like, do you think that the raunch is something that's like essential to you and why this movie resonates with you so much?
Yeah, I do. And I think that's also why I wish I had seen this movie in its entirety when I was younger.
Yeah.
Because I do feel like my version of reverence, like the way I show up in the world to Jesus and to whatever faith I've decided at the time, is to be irreverent, to be, making my friends giggle, maybe doing a little acid, being very crude and lewd. And I really loved that about this movie.
Yeah. I think that I feel mostly positive about it. Mostly I was like, oh, yes, this rocks. Like, I can really lean into some sophomore humor.
Yeah.
And I think it's also because like this movie was made for me and not just for like boy.
Yeah, totally.
But at the same time, there is this part of me that's like, is this a little bit too lean in? Is it a little bit too like, well, if you can't beat them, join them. Like if you can't get them to stop making jokes about your pussy, then go ahead and make the jokes yourself.
Yeah, get ahead of it.
Like, is it too much like, oh, well, women can be chauvinists too.
Right.
Isn't that progress?
Yes.
I don't know. But I think that because they weren't the butt of their own jokes, that was helpful.
Definitely.
And I don't think that the raunch was inherently like misogynistic. Just like the fact that Courtney got sprayed across the room with toilet water. I mean,
sure.
It was not like, oh wow, and it's so funny because she's a woman.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. There was like physicality and ham that wasn't only sexualized, like the maggot meal that went flying and then flew back into the car.
Yeah.
But the crudeness. Well, I also think part of the reason I was really comfortable with it is because she had, I think the whole movie goes back to her having a sex dream where he's going down on her.
Yeah,
but like,
totally.
Because it was about them and what they wanted, you know? And like that dream was both like funny and hammy, but it wasn't, it had nothing to do with like her down there. Like it wasn't crude in a way that picked apart like her desires or her body. And so I felt like it was in a category of being like, men can be idiots and we can still want things from them. And sometimes they can be way better than idiots, and we're into it, you know?
Right. Like when when Selma Blair's character is like, but I think he's dumb, and they're like, so
oh my God. That happened to me last
You're
week.
Like, okay.
Yeah. And I did, yeah, I kind of see what you're saying. It's like like the laundromat scene where she brings in the dress that's stained
Yes.
with jizz. Like that is, it's a little much, but also like women have had that experience. And I did think it was hilarious that like Father Finn came in and
oh my God, the way that that was so Monty Python, the way that it was like she tried to sneak out.
Yeah.
They brought in an entire field trip of school children. They brought in the priest. Everyone's asking about her mom.
Yeah.
That and then oh my God, and then the dry cleaner like licking it off the dress. Oh my God.
Also, in what world for any stain would you do that?
Don't do that.
You don't test it that way.
Mm-mm.
They did have so many great characters. I like the blowjob scene. I was curious about the costuming because it seemed like it was filmed on Halloween. Like,
yes,
you had a nurse wearing a stethoscope and like a mini dress. You had like the YMCA lineup of policemen and
gonna say, it seemed to me like did the strip club get let out and we all came here?
And all 100 of them were that. Like there were hundreds of people there.
So funny.
I
so
do
Monty
get that
Python.
It's a movie. So Monty Python. Also, I didn't realize, but when the release happened, when the freedom from the trenches, a lot of people, like there were the two guys in pleather, the Kinks who kissed, and San Francisco's iconic for that. Yeah, we love it. And then there was a seemingly Orthodox Jewish person
and a Palestinian,
Palestinian person hugging, and I was like, oh my God, you know,
wow,
didn't expect that to happen in the Sweetest thing.
They said, we're crossing these bridges.
Yeah, but that scene, everyone's fit was straight out of a Spirit Halloween store.
It was incredible.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Wild. Yeah.
I thought that was so camp. It was so funny. Everyone's singing along.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved it.
It was amazing.
Everyone in town showed up there. There's one thing in that scene that really kind of disturbed me.
Okay, fair.
And I don't know.
Was it the whole scene?
No. Honestly, no.
Okay.
And I think that it's hard to say whether or not it was intentional. It probably wasn't.
Okay.
But in the context of the early 2000s, that was really at a time when like the rise of hardcore porn was prevalent.
Yeah.
And when she is stuck with a penis in her mouth.
Sure.
And we see her only from like we only see her eyes. Like we don't see the mouth.
Yeah.
I guess she actually, when filming that, they had her with a banana in her mouth, but she has really bad TMJ. So she said it was like super painful.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm sure.
Poor thing. So
wait, was that just so that it was authentic? They put a banana in her mouth?
I mean, I think so that like when
she would look as if she,
and when she was like singing,
yeah.
Remember when she like
yeah.
is trying to like speak and sing, she like needed something in her mouth.
Yeah.
So banana.
We do learn with bananas. Yeah,
that's what they say. So so instead of, I mean, okay, so in that situation, of course, a person would be crying.
Yes,
because how stressful, how embarrassing, how scary.
Yeah,
you think you're about to go into surgery.
Yeah, right.
And then you're probably going to have to face
your
priest, your elementary school, your everybody.
Yeah.
But when there was like, it was just like a close up of her face. She clearly has like a penis stuck in her mouth and there's like tears.
Yeah.
It really was kind of like evocative of this like direction of where pornography was going at the time. And like the images that people were becoming like used to seeing.
Yeah.
And the way in which like then people, I don't know, started to like treat sex and sexuality in mainstream culture, mainstream films. So that just felt like, I don't know, I didn't like that there were tears.
Yeah.
I know that I'm like bringing it to kind of a dark place, but it just, in the context of the time especially, it just was a little bit chilling.
Well, also like if we didn't live in a patriarchal society, then it would be fine to be like, yeah, I want to be choking down on a dick and crying. Sorry, know.
Yeah.
But the problem is that we do, and it's not uncomplicated.
Yeah.
And like some people do want that. Some people do want that. Like even a level of kink where stuff like that is happening. That's great. Go with God.
Yeah, totally.
But because it has been so violent to arrive at a place of safety of like, these are my sexual desires. This is what I want to happen.
Right.
Yeah. You see a woman who's crying with a dick in her mouth and you're like, oh man, oh, do we want to popularize this? Like, yeah, no, I mean, also though, I think if you are like physically kind of suffocating a little bit, your tear ducts you're gonna be crying.
Of course.
Yeah. But I see what you mean. It was a little bit of evocative of the times we were heading in that maybe didn't turn out so great for us.
Yeah, not so great.
Yeah.
So that's really like no fault to the filmmakers. That's no fault to like that direction or that decision. It just
it's like a little jarring to see.
A little jarring.
Yeah, because you're like, I'm worried about her, and in this case, we should be like that. This is not comfortable what she's going through,
right?
And she got there by trying to make him feel good,
Right, yeah.
That sounded like I was victim blaming.
Oh my God. And you know what is so I loved they first start singing Relax.
Oh my God.
And he says he's gonna get hard again.
And she's like, when you wanna come, and then she's like, oh my God, sorry. Like Christina Applegate / Ricci.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So funny.
He's like redirect different
He's
song.
like, I'm getting hard.
Yeah.
Song Relax.
And then Armageddon. What a good choice instead.
Incredible. I was glad that it turned to silly.
Yeah.
And it turned, I mean, the whole thing was silly, but like the moment of panic was so short.
Yeah, right.
And the moment of like, relief and hope.
Yes, yeah.
So much more hope.
We were all the better for it.
We were so much more hope than there was despair in that story.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you feel like we didn't cover today that we need to discuss about The Sweetest Thing?
I mean, usually when I take notes, I'm reading them carefully.
Goodness.
I'm like, we have to talk about every little thing, but I was just enjoying it so much last night that like I think we did cover most of it.
Yeah.
I didn't love that Peter lied about his wedding, and that's okay. It's a movie. We needed to have the plot. We needed them to come in on the wrong one. It was kind of nice to not see the challenges of long-term monogamy and only get to chase this crush with a girly pal. That made the movie fun and light, and I highly recommend that before, you demystify someone. So that was another part of it.
Do you like that that they ended up together at the end?
I did, yeah. Because also I liked their dialogue. I liked their chemistry.
Yeah.
I didn't like the end dialogue nearly as much as them meeting in the club. But yeah, it just felt like a conversation you would have when you're like riffing and flirting with someone.
Yeah.
And of course, like that's not the basis or foundation for a whole relationship and marriage, which they show that they have. I was like, wow, we've really escalated through this. But I liked them for each other in the few 30 seconds of interactions they had.
Sure.
But more so, I liked Christina Applegate and Cameron Diaz and Selma Blair being together. Yeah.
Totally. Yeah.
And do you need to bleep out some of the terribly crude things I said on this before we go?
You know what? That's such a good question. And probably
I want it
not.
I want it to be known that I'm comfortable with censorship.
Thank you so much for saying
in that context.
Thank you for your consent to censor. Probably no. I think as long as we've got the explicit rating on here,
okay, great.
We may need to limit to audiences 18 and up on YouTube.
I'm sorry, I do have that effect on podcasts.
Fine. Look, look. We're talking about The Sweetest Thing. Okay, how are we not going
this is the source material. Like, we're going off the momentum and the spirit of the movie itself.
You know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna figure out if the Penis Song musical on YouTube, if that is restricted to ages 18 and up, then I will restrict this to ages 18 and up.
I think that's a good litmus. Yeah.
If they're singing about dicks, can't we be talking about them?
Can't we just talk about them? Yeah.
Do I have to be singing in order for it to be okay?
It would be best if I did not in order to talk about them. I cannot sing.
Michelle, anything that you want to leave the listeners with today?
Oh, gosh. Stay in Denver.
Stay.
Stay in
Just
Denver.
Stay.
But don't complain about the traffic. You guys are fine. It's totally fine.
Really
okay. I don't want to hear it. Yeah. No, I'm just so happy to see you. And yeah, women, if you're out there and you want to go get laid, I think you should. And I think you should have a good friend. It makes it more fun.
It's way more fun when you're out with your friends.
Yeah. Yeah. Girly pops. Yeah.
Girly pops. Girls, gays, and theys, thank you so much for listening. Men, if you're listening, cis straight men, thank you for being here. I hope that you learned something today.
And sorry about everything I said about
and
you guys.
Sorry a little.
A little.
Sorry a little. Overall, not, but a little bit. Thank you for being here is what I'll say.
Yes, for sure.
But thank you more to the girls, gays, and theys. Love you all so much. Michelle, I love you. Thank you for being here. Listeners, viewers, friends of the pod, write a review, please. And follow us at Did That Age Well on Instagram and at Did That Age Well Pod on TikTok. Love you lots.
Yay.
Bye.
Bye.